TexarkanaFYI.com. Jeff Easterling here with you at the VFW out on Highway 82. What post is this exactly?
Post 4562.
4562. And I've been learning a lot more about the VFW lately, and I want you to learn as much as I have. So let's go around and just introduce everybody here with the post.
I'm Pete Audie. I'm the commander for the VFW. I've been here for just over 2 years now. I'm about to take my third term as the commander.
Good.
I'm Skip Callender, a member of the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 278 here in Texarkana.
I'm Doug Ramsey. I'm the Senior Vice Commander here at the post for the going on 3 years.
I'm Tom Ornberg. I'm the quartermaster for the post, also the Miller County Veteran Service Officer, and I've been in the area since the end of 2017.
Kenneth Payne, and member of the VFW post here.
I'm going to tell you something I found very interesting. You know, it's just about every Friday, right?
Yes.
Every Friday night, they'll have live acts out here, food, and you know, you don't have to be a member to come and enjoy the post and the people. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we have one thing we like to brag about, and if you can see right behind us here, I have the largest and best kept dance floor in 150 miles.
It's a big one.
Yeah,
You got all kinds of room in here.
Yes.
Now, Tom, you got a big event coming up.
Yes, sir.
We were
So-
talking about this. Now, I'm sorry, we all got to yell a little bit.
Oh, you're good. So the Texarkana Area Veterans Council, which is made up of all the veteran service organizations in the area, are hosting the Spring Fling. It's hopefully our first annual Veterans Spring Fling, where all veterans and family members, including children, are welcome to come out and have a good time. It's not a fundraiser. We're not trying to raise funds for anything. In fact, we've got donations and we're spending a little pocket change.
And we can always take donate. Not that there's nothing, but I just don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to shut it out. You know?
And we hope to have you all come out and see not just what we're about as the veteran organizations, but just find out information that you did not know before. And I guarantee that you will learn something coming out here. And we have some games and some sponsors and booths that Skipper can tell
Now,
you
when
all
is this
about.
going to take place?
Right here at the post. We intend to have it all on the outside. And Skipper will tell you a little bit of information on that. He's been dealing with the positioning and details and getting all these people out.
Well, Tom, we're going to, like Tom said, we're going to have a lot of different things. And it's going to involve the whole family, adults, children, all that. That's a beautiful part. And we're trying to do this because we want to get them out of their house. So we decided, let's do it in the springtime, because we never had a springtime event for veterans. So we decided to do that. We also decided to do something for the whole family. So what we come up with a lot of vendors, local vendors naturally, they're always very supportive of the veterans. Any event, they always show up.
Keep going, Skip. I'm just going to move our camera a little bit closer.
Okay, they always show up, and these people, we really appreciate them, all they do for this community. And I'm going to throw out a few names, I can't cover everybody right now, but I'll throw out a few names. The American Red Cross, they're going to be here, and they're going to be doing things. All these vendors are going to be coming, they're going to be presenting things, giving them information to the veterans, helping the veterans in a lot of different ways. We're going to have all the hospices here. Texarkana Hospice, the Chamber of Home Health Organization is going to be here. I'm going to have the Literacy Center is going to be here, talking about literacy.
Yeah, you got a stack of folks.
Yeah, we're going to have a place called 100 Families, and they have a lot of information for family stuff. We're going to have the downtime support group's going to be here, because they meet in this facility. The VFW allows the downtime to come here and have their meetings. We really appreciate the VFW for that. VFW has been a very big support for a lot of veteran things. That's just one of them. And also we're going to have Southern Caregivers. I want to mention their name.
Right on. You know, here's something. A lot of the younger folks, and this is just me asking you guys, but a lot of the younger veterans, what keeps them from getting involved right away? I mean, it just seems to be.
Okay, so the main thing with most of your veteran organizations, 90% of our members are in what age group? You're talking 40s, 50s, 60s. We just had a member pass away. He was the last World War II combat veteran from Texarkana that we know of. He was how old? Tom?
103 years old.
103 years old. Just passed away.
Jesse
Out-
Lynam.
Jesse Lynam. He outlived his kids. But the stigma is that the VFW is just a place where a bunch of old veterans sit and drink and talk war stories.
Right, which is not.
And
it's not.
And it's not.
No.
The things we. I mean, I'm 55 years old. I'll be 55 next month. I've been a member of the VFW since 1993. Okay, while I was still on active duty, but the involvement that I've been in, even at the younger age, is always been working for the community, working to support the veterans in the community and the community itself. And unfortunately, our older membership can't get out of the house. So there's a younger group that doesn't realize that we want and need their help being members and doing these stuff for the community, but it's a volunteer thing.
Well, when we start looking at ages, and this is just from the outside looking in, it's getting to the point where if we allow such a huge gap,
Yeah.
it's not so much that you're just looking that VFW needs more members. VFW needs more leaders, more people to come in and carry the flag on.
I like
Exactly,
to
and
add
that's
that
what we're running out of.
Because we have found through downtime, we've had meetings to support groups, we have found also we're having difficulty getting those groups to come out, the Gulf War boys, we call them.
Well, that's just the thing. Well, you know, way back in the day, we all know. I mean, you're with VBA.
Yes.
We all know that there was that. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
And we all know that on all levels.
Yes, sir.
And decades have been devoted to correcting that and
That's
to making things right.
That's right.
I just want to see more of the young folks come into the BFW to take over the leadership and carry on for the next, because BFW is going to be a part of our lives from here on.
We've been saying that a lot of old timers that are still going on, we're not gonna be here forever. We wanna leave something for them.
Right.
So they will have something. And we've talked about different things, we're working on some things too in the future for that. But what we're trying to do, this event is just another step to try to get them to come out.
That's what I'm saying. This is the perfect opportunity for, especially for veterans that have been, you're not sure if you want to, or you're on the edge of it.
Yeah.
Come out here, see what it's about.
Right.
Just come out here and meet the
Just
people.
come and check it out. It doesn't cost
And
anything but a little bit of time.
I talked to one recently, a veteran from Gulf Wars, and he told me, he was honest with me. I said, be honest with me. He said, I tell you what, Skip, he said, I don't really want to talk about the war. He said, I don't want to see people that, I don't want to deal with that. I'm done with that. I said, well, I don't know how you feel, because when I came from Vietnam, we felt the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wanted to talk to us. We didn't want to talk about it. I said, well, I understand where you're at. I said, but at some point, don't you want to, come out and do something like put a memorial up, like the rest of them have? Don't you want to, have some events for your people?
And
he
that's
said,
just
yes,
the-
we
we
do.
can,
He
we
said,
can
yes, we
only
do.
run from them go so long, and then
Yes.
and that's it's not just the organization and the benefits, the advantages to having an organization behind you for health care, for living, just in general.
Well,
Right.
but
as-
also that emotional support if you need it.
yes.
Sometimes you just need like-minded people. I always say sit at the table with warriors, because the conversation's better.
Well, when you're a soldier, you have camaraderie. That's what it's all about. That's all you got. Just you and the dudes that you're fighting with.
Right.
And you become tight. When you come back home, you miss that. And then if they'll come and visit some of these groups that are available to them, they'll get that back, because that's what we want to do for them. We want to talk to them and let them talk to us, and just have camaraderie. We have to talk about the war. We very seldom do that. We just talk about everyday things. But yet coming together, wherever it's at, an event or a meeting, that's what
Like-minded, like-hearted people.
Yeah,
and-
like-minded,
Right, exactly.
like-hearted.
And the membership of the post are the face of the organization. So the more younger folks that you bring in, those ideas come out what they would like to see happen with the post.
Yeah.
If they want more involvement with, let's say, a lot of the younger folks are in like the video games and stuff.
Sure.
We have a huge post. You want to start doing a gaming tournament?
Those
We
are
have
big.
we have the resources. We have the facility, and it's up to the mind of the member and the veteran to make these things happen.
Yes.
But we can't do that without the members.
That's right, Tom.
So this, let's give us the times and date again on the event. So,
Okay, go ahead, Tom.
So April 20th, and the time is again?
11.
11.
11?
Starts at 11. At 11:15, we have a color guard ceremony. We're gonna have a lady, local lady that's gonna sing the national anthem, a cappella. We're so excited about that. She volunteered to do it, and we can't wait for that to happen. It's going to be really
who's that going to be?
Huh?
Do we
What's
know
her
who that
name?
is?
At 11:15 sharp. she's gonna-
What's her name? What's her
Oh,
name?
her name is,
Ken knows.
I know her, she is a coworker of mine, her name is Lorraine Estelle, and she is a wonderful person, and she actually was in a group that was signed to a record label. Her group was Shades of Ebony, it was her and her two sisters.
Well, we're looking forward to that.
And one thing that hasn't been mentioned yet, I think that is really important, is that we are going to have activities here like
Yes.
cornhole tournament, horseshoes,
Frisbee
game.
And then the other thing that
Bounce
we wanted
house.
to go ahead and
I'm so
mention-
glad you're bringing back horseshoe. Everybody's been
Horseshoe,
into,
yeah.
into this bean
That's
bag.
my set that I'm bringing here. I love
Been into these
horseshoes.
bean bagging, and I'm trying
Yeah.
to.
Just go,
We do,
yeah.
we do have things for the veterans and the families, and we do have free food that's going to be provided by
Hot dogs.
Ben's Heart Ministry,
Ben Hart's ministry.
and that's a organization, that's a volunteer organization that they reach out to veterans who have lost a loved one to suicide and/or they've lost a loved one due to a conflict.
And also, if a veteran's having some episodes, we call them,
Mm-hmm.
from PTSD, they can go to their facility on Saturday at 10 o'clock every Saturday.
Right.
And they have people there that can help them, talk them down.
And talking with Ben's
and help
Heart, the
them.
And
people
it's
at
free.
Ben's Heart, they deal a
all
lot
free.
with the family a lot of times
Yes.
because it could be the military member who has,
Yes.
you know, did what he's done or did what they've done and not necessarily been lost in the war.
Yeah.
So you'll have the teenager kids who
Yes.
are left and the wife or the husband that's left and they don't
They
know
need
how to deal
support,
with it.
yeah.
And so Ben's Heart Ministry has been dealing a lot with those individuals.
They will be here.
They'll
We got a
be
spot
here.
for them over there. They're gonna bring
Now, for-
everything they got.
If we happen to run out, or if you don't want the free hot dog or whatever, we've got food trucks for you.
Lots of food trucks.
Now, on the food trucks, they'll have to pay for that. But we're
Yeah.
gonna have several food trucks, so there will be a little bit of a variety also.
Sure,
Right,
sure.
right.
So
We're
you're
gonna
not
have big-
just stuck with
we got
hot
big
dogs.
slice.
Right.
Big slice is gonna be here.
Yeah, so some pizza, yeah.
The Proctor food truck's gonna be here.
Okay.
We're gonna have hot links. And everybody likes the hot link truck.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Pittsburgh
Yeah,
hot
you
links.
gotta have them
Yeah.
Pittsburgh hot links. Yeah.
So we're trying to make this a wide variety for everybody's interest. And like I said, all it is just a
You
little
know-
bit of time to come and check it out.
And I'm hoping, I don't know, did any of you go downtown for the Celebration TXK?
No, we stayed
actually-
The
here.
three of us were
We
here.
got
We were
here.
here in our parking lot, and
Right.
we actually got a good view of it here.
I'm gonna tell you, downtown there were thousands of people, a lot of strangers, and everybody was laughing and
Having a
talking
good
to
time,
each other.
yeah.
It was, huh?
And I'm seeing more and more of that. Like down at Front Street Plaza, there was this festival last year, a wellness festival. I can't.
Yeah.
It's right on the tip of my tongue. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Colton.
Yeah.
But everybody getting along of all different types and sorts.
Yeah.
I'm
wonderful.
seeing more and more of that, and I'm
wonderful.
hoping that's what we can get out of this on the 20th. I mean, you don't have to be a veteran to bring the kids to come have
No.
a good time.
No.
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 It's initially set up for veterans and their families, but we're open to the public too.
That's right. Come out here and
Come out and
find
check it out.
Find out more
Yeah.
about it. And I bring that up because a lot of us may know a veteran.
Yeah.
That in
Exactly.
our mind, we're thinking they could use a little something, but you
Yeah.
know how us men can be.
Yeah. Put them in the car and bring the whole family out.
That's the sole purpose of this, is to get the veterans out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out of the
get out of the
and do
house.
something.
Come on out here. Even if you just stay for a little bit. We want to meet you. We want to know you. We want you to know what is available to you. You're bringing up things. I mean, look at these resources, and from the resources that everything we've mentioned so far doesn't cost you a penny.
Not a penny.
No, we're trying to take care of these veterans, and these men are out here all bunched up together at the VFW, hoping you'll come be a part of it.
Right.
Either come get the resources, take advantage of the love and care that's there, or come and be a part of it.
Yeah. One other thing I forgot to mention was a company, a local company, a gentleman. The name of his company is called
Muttworks. Yeah.
Muttworks.
Yeah,
He's going to be
Muttworks.
here with his dogs, and that's great for the veterans because he's part of that deal where if the veteran needs a dog, he can help
Support.
get that going.
They
Well,
train
he,
the support dogs
Yeah,
for
my
veterans.
nephew Dalton works out there with them.
Great,
So he's
cool.
a dog trainer, and I'll be putting one in there here real
Yeah.
soon that I'm getting. But yeah, that's a good group of folks.
Tom, I'm going to ask you if you would to explain what the council is.
Sure, the Veteran Support Council,
Yes.
What is
Skipper and I started that on, our first meeting was September 21st. I had a veteran who came in, was in crisis mode, and he said he didn't have anyone to relate to, and the support meetings that he went to Shreveport were not the same things that he was dealing with being in Afghanistan.
Right.
So I had it in the back of my mind, I really need to start the support group, because I had one up in New Boston that Ken Kunkel ran. And Skip came out of office, and I swear he was in my mind, he started saying the same things that I was bringing up, and I
Yeah.
said, you know what? I said, Skipper, let's put a date on paper, September
do it.
21st.
We did.
And twice a month, the first Tuesday and third Tuesday of every
Right here,
month, 5 p.m. at this post, and it's all branches, all ages. It doesn't matter if you're in
Yeah.
combat or not. If you just need someone to talk to,
Yeah.
someone to relate to, we don't sit here and do the stereotypical war stories. You know what? I need to get this off my chest. Or
Yeah.
hey, I have an idea.
So
let's work on
it
this.
could
or let's
be
do
something. It could be something as serious as a haunt from what we've seen or done, to just dealing with life in
that.
general
Exactly.
today.
And that is
as
a lot of
civilian.
what we talk about is
Yeah.
dealing with life and getting it off our chest. And it really does. At the end of the day, we see results of it's working and it's helping people, and
Yes.
that's why
we
keep
call it
doing
Downtime Veteran Support Group. That's what we
Yes.
call it,
Downtime
downtime.
veterans.
A lot of
support
veterans
group,
don't know
that's-
that word downtime, and when you're in the war or whatever, sometimes the sergeant would say, "You've got cigarettes, smoke them. It's downtime."
Yeah, and then hurry up and wait. That
Yeah.
kind of go
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
So we call it downtime. Yeah.
That's awesome. And again, I just really want to encourage the younger veterans to come out here.
Yes.
And find out. I think once you get here and you get to talk with some of the folks, you're going to realize that there's a lot more benefit than you could have ever imagined to the VFW. So again, April 20th,
Yeah.
kicking off at 11 a.m. and it's going to be outside here at the VFW post
4562.
4562. I'll eventually remember. I
On
just call it the VFW on 82.
There you
Yes.
go.
Well, and everybody always, when I try to explain where it's at, I say the spot with all the flags out front on 82, and then they know where it's at because everybody recognizes the flags that we have out.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
So anyway, I appreciate you guys taking a little bit of time to talk with us. How can people, if they can't make it to the event, or what's the best way to make contact?
Easiest way, my cell phone number, which is on 24/7 as the commander of the post, is on the small marquee right out at the front door on the outside. All they have to do is drive by and write it down.
Or you
But
could
for
just-
your information, now my phone number, of course, is an oddball one. It's a 619 area code. So 619-405-4290. My name is Pete Audie. Everybody calls me Chief.
And
Call
see-
me
They can
and
also
we'll talk.
contact Tom too.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Now we're giving you a number because we ain't trying to confuse you, but every one of these men, and I'm going to tell you, most all of the members of this post would be happy for you to have their phone number.
Yes.
Yeah.
Call, be a part of it,
Yeah.
and they will come to you. That's
You can contact Tom's office too, and he will be able to talk to him.
I'm horrible at numbers, so I'll give you my office number.
Yeah.
I have a card on my desk that I look at to remember it. So my office, it is on 409 Hazel, just like the little spray 409. That's how I do the relation thing there. So my number. Oh, by the way, as the veteran service officer, any questions in regards to veteran benefits, you want to call my number at 870-330-9847.
330-9847.
I'll memorize that when I retire.
Yeah. And then we also have, I mean, if they want to, we do have a house phone here that has an answering machine. They can call. On our voicemail for the post is our monthly schedule for what's going on through the month. So if they just want to find out what we're doing through the month, they can call the landline and listen to the schedule. It gives the band announcements, it gives events that we're doing. I always put that stuff in at the beginning of every month.
Please, if you have a veteran in your life, especially a younger veteran, encourage them to just come out here and find out a little bit more. Meet some of these gentlemen. Talk to them just a little bit. Nobody's trying to, what is it, like the timeshares, you know? Nobody's trying to sell you anything.
No.
Not a thing.
No.
Just trying to be here for each other and help you with some resources you may not know about, not just for the veterans, but for their families and the ones that love them.
Yes.
Also, the morning of the event at the Elks Lodge on New Boston Road is having their monthly free breakfast for veterans, $5 for all others. A lot of us veterans tend to go there
Yeah.
in the
It's a-
morning,
it's a-
so if
it's
you
a
want to
good
go
little
there, eat
breakfast.
breakfast in preparation for going, and the American Legion is having their post meeting after that, and then right over to here.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you brought up Monty. I saw Monty the other day, and he really, I thought, man, I just always thought you had to be a member or a guest, and for you guys to clear that up and open it up for veterans to come out here and get
Really,
involved.
the locals that come out here, we have a lot of regulars. That's what keeps this place open. That is our primary source of keeping this open to pay the bills.
Who's playing
and we're
tonight?
grateful for them.
Tonight
Delta.
is a band called Delta. They're out
Oh,
of
the Delta
Louisiana.
band. Yeah, I know them.
They're really good. In fact, Johnny called me earlier today. He wanted to reserve a couple of tables. He's got some family and friends coming up.
Yeah, oh, they're good.
So he wants 3 whole tables.
oh yeah, and
for his group.
you'll have some folks out here scooting boots too.
Yeah.
So that's going to
Oh
be a lot
yeah,
of fun.
it's what I like about it, and it's probably my favorite thing about this. Our Friday night dances, it's more of a dance hall atmosphere, not a bar atmosphere.
Yeah.
Which is nice and laid back, you know.
Yeah.
And we
now
always
you
have a
can
good
still
time.
have your mixed drinks. You can have a few
Oh, yes.
beers. You
Yeah.
can have your, you know, there's still, you know, adult
And our
beverages.
prices are definitely a little cheaper than everybody
a
else.
lot cheaper than everybody else. But you're going to behave yourself.
Yes, yes.
I'd like to make one point before we close.
Yes, sir.
I want y'all to know that we talked about bridging the gap, and that is really important. That's what, all of us want that. We need to bridge the gap between guys like me and guys like you, and the Gulf War guys. We want to bridge that gap. We want you to come out and let us talk to you, and you talk to us, and let's all have a good, fun time that day together. That's what it's all about.
That's right. And it's happening on the 20th. Starting at 11, it'll be taking place outdoors, but of course, you know, you've got the facilities inside, and you know, if it gets hot, we'll cool you off in the AC. But hot dogs going to provide some food. There'll be food trucks out here if you want,
Other stuff.
you know,
other
an
food,
assortment,
right.
a bigger variety. That'll cost, you know, to purchase from a food truck, but everything the VFW is providing free of charge. All right. And
Actually,
tonight,
it's not just the VFW.
Oh.
It's the Texarkana Area Veterans Council
I
doing
keep-
this.
I always ask
So-
Greg. Greg will tell you. I just for some reason I cannot get this right. We've got the Texarkana Area Veterans TAVC.
They're the ones putting
So-
this on.
so the
VFW
TAVC
is providing the space.
Right.
Right,
The
gotcha.
TAVC is members of all the veterans councils.
Right, and
Or
then we
veterans
got,
organizations.
Then we got, you know, VFW. Then we got VBA, and so
Right, the
but
DVA,
the
the Marine Corps,
TAVC is a way to.
DAV.
TAVC gets us all together, so we do group events.
So kind of a hub.
Yeah,
Correct.
this is a group
Yes.
event.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well,
And
that's
then-
that's important.
And the
We're all united.
TAVC, that's the way we put our information across each organization on what we're doing as an individual organization and what we're doing as a group. So it works.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking a little time. I here in the middle of the day for you to stop what you're doing and visit with me. I certainly appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate
Thank
you
you,
coming
Jeff.
down.
Yes,
and
we
taking
really
your
do.
time.
We appreciate
Man, I'm
it.
just happy to share the information. I'm just in the way. All right.
All right, thank you,
All right,
sir.
good job.
That's our marker.